That he was going to be a world champ, that he couldn't be denied. When I heard that as a kid, especially, that was it for me, sealed. And I'm like, that's how I want to be, not just in boxing, but in life. Go-getter attitude, right? Never quit. My name is Ernesto Juárez, and I'm the owner of Junction City Boxing. I've always had a passion for boxing. Ever since I can remember, I've always just wanted to own a boxing gym. When I was younger, I feel like it kept me from really crossing that line into the street life. It helped me out a ton, so I'm hoping it could help some of the youth out as well. So that was my main motivation for it. I think boxing serves a lot of purposes other than what people just see on the surface, which is just two people fighting. There's so much more to it. So my full-time job, I'm a detective for the Davis County Sheriff's Office. And that can just range from, making phone calls, sending emails, or going out to somebody's house, or if I have to go arrest somebody. So it can vary. No day is the same ever. Since I am a detective, I get a caseload, so I'll review my cases, see what I got going on, kind of triage the cases, see which ones need a little bit more attention. Once I get a case, I look at it, look at the things, create a checklist on what I gotta do, start contacting people, going out, get home from work, go home, change, get ready to run some classes. When I meet someone, kind of ask them like, what are their goals? What do they want to box for? And then I just kind of put them through a basic, the simplest way I can teach boxing. So I'll have them, put their hands up, get in a stance, and then see how they move around, see how they throw punches, and then just take it step by step. If I see that they're catching on to something pretty good, then we'll focus on that, right? I don't ever want them to leave here thinking that they lost or something, right? I kind of want to have them feel like they're winning and learning something. So that's just the approach, and it seems to be working. I don't really go hard after anybody. I don't yell at them, and until we're comfortable and get it going. I've coached a couple of people, had a couple of amateur fights, and I've coached some fighters in their amateur fights. And I've been helping recently another guy. He's gonna be having a pro fight here in a couple of days, so I've been helping him out with some sparring and stuff.
I think the biggest thing that I've learned here is that the dedication that he has towards the people that come here. He loves it. It's going to be February 14th with Oliver McCall in Tennessee. He's actually a previous WBC heavyweight champion of the world. He knocked out Lennox Lewis back in 1994, I believe. I'm going to go in there and give everything I've got.
The culture I'm trying to go for in this gym is to just give boxing a chance. I don't want it to be a gym where people feel super intimidated. The number one thing I get with boxing is that people are afraid that they're gonna get smacked or beat up or something like that. But I tell people, just come to my gym. I've got a little bit of a different style. We're gonna work hard, but we're gonna work together. We're gonna work through it. Don't come in here thinking you're gonna get beat up. My favorite moment, or I guess moments since opening this gym, is just seeing the kids improve. Taking them from knowing absolutely nothing about boxing, and then all of a sudden seeing them do the moves that you teach them, getting better, getting fitter. Definitely my favorite is when you see the confidence. Once they start getting more confidence, they feel better about themselves, and that just makes it worth it. So some of my favorite fighters of all time. So number one, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. I don't know why, I've always had a draw to him. What I admired about him was just his work ethic. It was just raw work ethic. He was a construction worker, but he boxed. He had a background in boxing, but he always just say, while I was digging, I was thinking, and he would always just think about being a world champion and just worked very hard. He was on the wrong end of a couple of decisions. After that, he told himself, well, I'm never gonna leave it in the judge's hands. And after that, he went on a tear, became the undisputed middleweight world champion. And just that drive and desire, hard work, never quit attitude is what just always really drew me to him. He's one half of the greatest middleweight fight ever to take place, and that's between him and Tommy Hearns. And just that fight, he got hit with the hardest right hand, but he kept going and going and going. Where normally that right hand from Tommy Hearns would have knocked anybody out, and it usually did, but not with him. I think that just that determination and him telling himself in his head over and over that he was going to be a world champ, that he couldn't be denied. I think that's just, when I heard that as a kid especially, That was it for me, sealed. And I'm like, that's how I want to be, not just in boxing, but in life. It's that go-getter attitude, right? Never quit. After him, I think I would have to say Julio Cesar Chavez, of course. You know, el gran campeón, represented very well. Roberto Duran's another one. Salvador Sanchez. I mean, there's so many to name. Canelo Alvarez. I mean, there's a lot. But of all time would be Marvelous Marvin Hagler. I know some people get upset with me because they just want me to say Julio Cesar Chavez, which of course I love him, but staying true to it. Yeah, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Well, my long-term goal for this gym is to have some amateur champions, some pro champions. People use this place as a home where they can get better, but ultimately I want it to serve as a place for the youth to come and feel better about themselves, get better just at life. I want this to be a place where they can forget about all their troubles and learn how to persevere and be strong.